watching. Yo, let's go. It is your favorite affiliate hustle members, your boy C to the D and Mr. Oki.
That's wild.
And today we're going to focus on the pandemic progression. Our affiliate marketing profits are coming back to us because it had just been announced in the Netherlands that we are on lockdown for another 3 weeks, but the kids are going back to school, meaning that the situation is becoming better and better and better. That is in Europe, not necessarily in the US, where perhaps, I don't know, the governors are doing their own thing, right?
I don't know what's going on in the US, but when you say they are going back to school, what? Kids are going back to school now?
Yeah, I think now, as of next week, I think kids until the age of 13, because that is the group which is least likely to catch the virus, right?
Okay.
But you still cannot go to the barbers, like all these other things are still on lockdown. But
you can go to school, but you can't go to barbers. That's wild.
Yeah, but it's these kids, yeah? And if you go to the barbers, so school is not like for 20-year-olds, school's still closed. But for the people who are like young as fuck, who don't have any influence on the virus, yeah, they open it back up. I think it's cool, but it also means it's the first step, right? And you see in the US, where President Trump said, like, okay, here you have your money, do fuck all with your money. And then he transferred the power to the governors, right? Whether their state is on lockdown or not.
Mm-hmm.
And now you see, like, some states require you to have, like, masks to go outside, and others don't.
Oh, yeah.
But I see some of my homeboys, they run around with scarves around their face. It doesn't even help.
It doesn't make sense. It's worse.
It's useless.
If you use fabric on your mouth, it's worse because the first of all, the virus can go through it. Second of all, your germs are all over it. It makes no sense, man. But that's weird though, because in London or in the UK, kids can't go back to school till September. Like, there's no more school.
Yeah, I think we care about education. That's the thing.
Yeah, maybe. We don't give a shit about education.
No, but I don't really watch these press conferences, right? They have like one every evening saying like how bad it is and how good it is and whatever. But the argument was like the odds of a kid between 0 and 15 catching the virus is like 0.003%. So that's why they decided to move all these kids back to school. And like daycare and shit, right? So people can actually focus on work. And I think it's a smart stimulus for the economy, at least the first step into going back to how things were. But things like the Netherlands, very famous for its festivals, right? Like Pinkpop, all these...
Mysteryland, I think I went to one.
Mysteryland, yes. Like all things, they're all cancelled.
All cancelled?
Yeah, until September.
I'm not surprised.
But this is like the festival season right now, right?
Yeah.
Spring, summertime, like every weekend we have like 6 to 8 festivals. There's like brands who throw festivals every week. The same ones. People just dope out of their mind dancing and shit. But now it's all gone. It's literally not even millions. It's turning into billions of losses, right? Of these companies, because they have sold the tickets. They have hired everybody and shit.
Oh,
now,
shit.
Insurance companies are backing out saying like, well, this is pandemic. We don't cover that. But they have to pay everybody back. And the government doesn't want to step in, but who cares? Because we're not in that industry. We are in the online marketing business, where you basically see if the market and rules free up a little bit, might be the first step to going back to how things were.
Yeah. Do we have questions for today, or are we just going to freestyle it?
We're just going to freestyle as usual. We have hella people watching. Over 50 people are watching us.
Okay.
But yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to go. I saw something interesting though today. The US, they got the stimulus check, right?
The $1,200 thing.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
That's first of all, I get it, but that's not going to go a long way. That's not going to go a long way for nobody.
Okay.
Like,
so now
think about.
I just read a post. I don't know if fake news or not, but it was like they're looking into giving every family $2,000 a month until the employment rate is back to how it was before the crisis. Did you see that or not?
No, I didn't see it. Where did you see that?
Reputable source. I think it came from NBC or something like that. I don't know, some kind of US news website. And I don't think they would post that kind of fake news, right?
Was that for the whole household or per head, like per adult or something?
No, it was pretty fake, but it could be like speculation. But can you imagine? First you hand out billions in fucking stimulus checks, 1,200. Like, what is 1,200 going to do, you know? But if they would move to a situation where you pay like 2,000, then basically kind of messed up, you know? It's like, why would you go back to work?
Yeah. I think a lot of government intervention right now is kind of fucking up. And I heard a lot of stuff about it. In the UK, the government stepped in to help small businesses, right? And a lot of the businesses that are actually getting supported are businesses that already had relationships with banks and so forth. So there's like a hella long queue right now for businesses trying to get like loans and like grants and shit like that. So what they say in the news isn't really happening on the ground. So anything government related, for me, I'm always a skeptic. Like, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. So
nothing free, bro.
Yeah, man. Nothing's free. Like $1,200. Okay. First of all, that doesn't go anywhere. And then what is going to happen? Because whenever they have to make a economic injection, the money has to come from somewhere, right?
Right.
So it's going to hit back at some point. So yeah. It's the best time for us to be making money online, because this is where we are the ones grabbing money from the economy, as opposed to just kind of relying on handouts, right? So
yeah, but I was just analyzing the other day. You know, we have a good relationship with Big Bang Ads, right? So I was looking at their business model, because you see the payouts on the seller side going down, right? On the buy side, they go down. Like Italy was €1, then became 180, then became 60 cents, then became, no, it was like €1, 80 cents, 60 cents, 40 cents. And so I started asking questions, right? Like, hey, how's the buyer and selling side? How are you guys doing? Well, obviously buying is still easy because affiliates want to send leads, but selling is very difficult because all these companies, they're not buying leads. They're like freezing for a little bit, because why would you do cold outreach in a period where people are sitting on their cash, right? Which makes it quite difficult. And then I started looking back, like, I'm so happy we made the change a couple of months ago to focus on that direct sale approach, right? Just send clicks, get the cash immediately for like a physical product. So there's actually a type of transaction taking place that is continuous. You know, with the Nutra products, demand is not as high, but it's still, people are sitting at home. They fat as fuck right now. Right? There's not gym. There's not
For real, no, it's true. Like I think, like that's interesting though. Like for some reason I didn't think about the buyer side, like the actual companies buying those leads. But yeah, shit. So a lot of Sweepstakes affiliates could be taking a hit right now. You're currently running heavy at Sweepstakes.
Well, the thing is, you know, if you would run like 100% ROI, if they reduce the payout 60%, which would mean, I would say, in direct correlation, the EPC by 60%, then you would now run 40%. But if you would run 40%, then you would run right now minus 20%.
Yeah, you're kind of.
And even with the sweeps, I think the take rate right now is really high on the buy side, because from the affiliate perspective, buy side, right? They can uncapped. Because everybody's filling in surveys. The networks are buying them for cheap. But then again, the traffic is still kind of as expensive.
But surely, if the networks can't sell it, they're gonna reduce the caps, right? At some point.
The thing is, it's uncapped because they put the price like retarded low. If they
So
now they're buying it for 40 cents. It's like, I will just stack my database and I will just sell it 6 months from now. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know what's going on in their heads, obviously, but from a business point of view, that will make sense.
That would make sense.
They invest a couple of millions right now, right? They lose a couple of millions buying those leads, but they buy it on a huge discount and they sell it 6 months from now with like fucking millions they make. But then again, you have the cash flow to be able to do that, right?
So in that situation, the affiliates are taking the hit unless they are benefiting from like reduced CPMs and reduced costs. But if their costs are fixed, then the affiliates will be taking some big hits.
Yeah, for sure. Because at the end, it goes down. You know that in the Dice University, I made that explainer between affiliate, network, advertiser for like the complete beginners.
Yeah.
And it basically is like this: from right to left. Whenever trouble happens, the bank moves it to the advertiser moves it to the network, and the network moves it to the affiliate, and the affiliate has to take the hit.
Yeah, all the time.
And in the perfect scenario, everybody would take his portion of the hit, right? But when it's about money, you got no friends.
Yeah, of course.
Business after all, right? And that's what I think are the interesting developments. Going week by week, the verticals that are surviving during the pandemic kind of stay the same, right? It is wealth, health, gambling. It's kind of the same. But I think the big but in this scenario is the fact that you have to look in like maybe 3 to 4 months from now, when the pandemic issues, they might not be gone, but the market will never go back to how it was, you know?
Yeah, no, the market, yeah.
And that's all I'm focused on right now. I'm looking at where are the opportunities going to be, and not where are the opportunities right now.
Because the impact of this situation is not a couple of months. Like when I see like blogs and stuff like that saying like, the lockdown's going to end. Yeah, the lockdown's going to end, but the impact on the economy is there for a while. Like when the governments are making their interventions, they're not making interventions to last for a couple of months. Like governments intervene typically on an annual basis. So they are projecting in their budgets on an annual basis, which means that the economic impact for us is going to last for, minimum 1 to 2 years at the minimum. That's like the least impact. So I think that
for us, is that business or individual?
So what was that?
When you say for us, is
business?
That business?
I'm talking all business. Only business. Not only business, but right now in the business sense. And that also takes me to think about like markets are going to prop up, right? So I think it's also good to understand markets are doing well right now, but when the lockdown ends, for most countries, it's probably going to end in like the next 3 months or 4 months, like definite for most countries. And this isn't like the economy booming. This is just the lockdown ending, right? That then opens up certain markets to like potentially have like a mini boom, right? For example, like the travel industry right now, the travel probably is taking the biggest hit out of every industry. That industry would have like a nice boom. And I feel like affiliates who can plan for that are probably going to make the most out of every situation, right. Out of everybody.
Well, even the example where, we run affiliate campaigns, we make money, we stacked up the money, crisis hits, and we get to develop our software like 600% less cost than expected. 600% only because you're smart with money. As soon as you hear people dying because of a virus, like I didn't notice it when it was in China, but as soon as I hear there's one person died in Italy because of some strange virus, I was like, okay, better look at the money. Yeah. And not wait until it fucking hit Amsterdam or wait until it hit the US. People in the US started to act like usual because they think the world is only the US and nowhere else. They had like months to prepare for this shit. But yeah, anyway, what I was saying was we are developing currently this new software, this landing page tool, 600% reduced cost. And we took this opportunity only because we had cash. So that's what all these fucking guys like Warren Buffett, all these mad cunts are doing. They're just saving up their cash. They're just waiting. And as soon as the market collapses, which the reset is like every 8 years, right? When you look at the fucking graph, they just have a pile of cash and they just fucking buy out the entire market. So either tons of opportunities there, or for us, it's not a big opportunity, but I mean, it's going to save us a lot of money. And as soon as the market goes up again, then it's ready. I had one guy message me this morning. He's like, okay, because of the corona, I'm a little skeptical about the market, right? And I understand that. But it's like, what can I do? I'm like, okay, well, yeah, first of all, what you have to do is you have to identify the future opportunities. Step one. Okay, what do you think are the future opportunities looking from like 2 months from now?
Yeah.
What do you think?
As in what markets are going to be booming?
Yeah, verticals.
Yeah, like I said before, travel is going to boom. Any sort of vertical where people are going to be excited about, like even like entertainment. People, like, I'm talking about outdoor entertainment. People are going to advise on that shit because they've been indoors for so long. So like even just going to the theater, people may like buy like twice as many tickets as they normally would. Even like restaurants, people appreciate everything that people have been restricted from. They are going to value much more after the boom. Yeah,
for sure. My personal favorite right now is health, solely because you can run it now and run it later. So as soon as people go back to work, they will focus on their health, right? Because it's like, oh, I was in quarantine, I almost died, I almost got the coronavirus. They're going mad. So I told him health might be interesting, right? Or adult or gambling, because people want to experience life again because they feel like they have been, although it's only been like 2 months, they feel like they have been stolen from their time. Then I told him, okay, you don't want to do anything right now. Yeah? Let's assume you have figured out the market. Now you have 2 months time. Let's say you make one campaign a day, right? And you don't launch it, you just make it. You upload the lenders, you set up the tracking, you do everything except put the ads live. So you make all the ads in the traffic source, you just don't publish it. You can make 60 to 90 campaigns until this pandemic is over. Maybe more. But there you go again. Do you look for trouble or do you look for opportunity?
That's true. I think like I said, those people who find those gaps in the market are those who, like right now or at the end of this lockdown, will have the biggest spike. But me personally, my focus will always be on the evergreen, right? You may not give me the best profit like margin like some other people, but I like to make sure there's some consistency. I hate kind of like being like put all my money on red type of sort of situation. Like fuck that. I don't know if you're more like that. Like risking it all.
I like risk, right? But I think when they say calculated risk would be the most important thing, right? I mean, a pandemic is a kind of thing which you cannot really foresee.
Of course.
However, if you don't foresee the spread, you're a retard.
Yeah.
Like we all learn in school to read a basic graph, right? And when it says 10, 20, 40, 80, what is the next number? Obviously fucking 100. It's not going to be 10 again. We make accurate assumptions, just like fucking media buying. We make accurate assumptions based on historic data.
Yeah.
And the law of big numbers gives us an accurate estimation. Obviously, 1 out of 1,000 times it is going to be 10. But if you have to make that guess 999 times, then you better guess 100 and not 10.
And that's it.
And I feel like that with the opportunities in the market, like even if you are a business person, and I would say, to be fair, you must have done some business. If you're a complete rookie, obviously you're not going to get it. But if you have been in the market for a bit, let's say 2 to 4 years, business owner, marketing director, marketing analyst, you know where the opportunities are.
Yeah.
You're either too scared to act on it, or you're a lazy fucker, which is probably
most people.
They're just like, oh no, it's too risky right now. Oh no, I have to stay home. Fucker, you're behind your computer. You don't have to go anywhere. No, but all my friends are playing Call of Duty, so I also have to play Call of Duty, else I'm antisocial and I'm already home alone. It's like you make up all these motherfucking excuses. It's not gonna work. You're complaining. Actually, on this live, I cannot go back to the comments. I replied to one comment and I forgot. If I do that, I cannot go back. So now I'm stuck.
So I can check the comments actually.
Yeah, it was hella comments, but one guy made a funny comment. He said, people in the US won't even listen to their leaders or government because they think everything not alcohol or fast food is bullshit. So I just said LOL and then I got stuck.
I'll go through some questions, yeah?
Yeah.
One guy, Hugh Hugh. Okay, Hugh. Hey guys, a question.
What's
if you don't mind. Hugh.
His name is a bird. Oh,
no, that's savage. If you don't mind, I want to get involved with performance marketing, but you have so many offers. If I said to you I had XXX budget for advertising, which program would suit? Sorry if I'm vague.
Okay, so for access, that would be either 1,000 or 9,000, right? So a couple of thousand, I would assume. It depends on what you want to learn, right? If you have knowledge, if you're a complete rookie, then you could buy the university. That will be the cornerstone. You will get so much content, and you can join the forum. That will be the cheapest option. If you want hand-holding, you need to join the mastermind. And we don't really have anything else right now. We only have 3 things.
Nah, that is it.
I would say right now, probably the easiest thing, if you want like one specific focus, is the mastermind. If you want to learn as much as possible, then for sure the university.
That's true. I think I answered it. I think Colin has answered that one for you. I got another guy, Hamoud. He says, what is the best method to launch sweepstakes campaign on Facebook or Snapchat without closing the account to getting disabled? Please answer the comment because I will do... Okay, I'll do the translation. I don't understand English. Okay, forget about that one. He doesn't understand English, so we can't even answer it. You gotta write the fucking message.
I will write later, maybe.
Then there's another guy... Okay, someone just wrote a comment. People in US won't even listen to their leader or government.
That's what you said, bro.
Oh, you just said that. Anyway, let's get back to the stuff.
No more questions.
So what's that? No more questions.
How can 50, 60 people be watching this right now live and there's no questions?
Boy, who knows, man.
But I know what we talk about is mad interesting, so I get it. I kind of get it.
I think the thing that's trending is people just don't know what to do right now. I think that's like the biggest thing that I've seen on all the times we've done these lives. People ask the same question. They don't know what to do. Like, what's the starting point?
Yeah, but it's difficult, you know. I recorded a clip, I think 2 days ago or yesterday morning for the mastermind, where I talk about native testing. Yeah, I made a funny calculation, you know, where you test variables, right? Because that's basically, if you ask like, how do I do this? How do I test? How do I start? It's variables, but it's like variables time the next variable, right? Because that's the outcome. You have 8 choices here, and 8 choices here means you have 64 choices.
Yeah.
Right? So I list all the variables. This is what I want to explain, right? I did like 20 variables, ad exchange. Amount of ads, another 20. Language, headline, ad image, bit, device, all these things. Mm-hmm. So all the variables in native, yeah? 26.3 billion outcomes. Because you have like 100 times 20 times 20 times 40 times 60. It's like, can you imagine that if you ask me what CTR should I aim for, then I need to know the ad exchange. I need to know this. I need to know your ad. I need to know what it looks like. I need to know the bit, because it cuts down all these variables. And then I can say, well, out of the 100 options I can give you, I give you this answer. And I would say it's the same thing with where do I start? It depends. What do you want to do? Affiliate marketing or affiliate CPA? 2 choices. Times the traffic source. 1,000 choices. Times your vertical. 28 choices. Well, then you're already at 250,000 different choices, something like that. Oh no, well, this is 2, so maybe 28,000. I thought it was 12. But all I'm saying is there's a mad amount of choices, and the thing is, if you would say, hey Richard, listen up, I want to do native. I'm running through Volume DSP. I'm running on Smato. I'm running crypto in Italy. These are my headlines. These are my images. This is my CTR data. This is my landing page. What kind of landing page CTR should I aim for? Well, I think then in that sense, you could give a more structured answer. But if somebody asks me, how do I start with affiliate marketing? Watch my YouTube channel, see what you like, and come back to me. Okay, they come back to me. I like sweepstakes. Okay, where do you want to run it? I don't know. Okay, go back to YouTube and come back if you know where you want to run it. Okay, I want to run it on Facebook. Well, and that's the way you progress. But obviously, I don't have time to answer, like, go back and forth a million times.
So I think people like that. So just be honest. Some people want their businesses being built for them, and I feel like, you know, if you come with questions because you tried stuff, that's very different to just wanting somebody to build up the business for you. So I feel like you've got to put in some work. Otherwise, you know, you're not going to get the support that you're looking for, right? No, if you go to some mentor or anybody, even if the person's very smart, they cannot build the business for you. Like, you need to come with some acumen, some hustle, some research, and even like on a personal level. If somebody comes to me and they're asking me like just a very broad question on, hey Rich, like, how do I make money?
I just wanted to say that. How do I make money?
How do I make money? It's like, okay, like,
sell your ass gas station.
But then if somebody comes to me and says, Rich, I'm running Facebook ads and I'm doing this type of campaign, I've spent this much budget, but I'm having these sort of issues, that's very direct. And it's easy for me to even answer the questions in like a couple of minutes.
Or even want to answer. You know,
exactly.
We guys, we make YouTube videos. Yeah, they're cool. Right? We post a lot on Facebook, they're cool. We help a lot of people for free in the Facebook group, that's cool. Right? But they don't know that we manage fucking 5 companies at the same time, and then they come, hey Colin, can you mentor me? Yeah, if you pay me 10,000, I can mentor you. No, I don't have any money right now, but I will pay you when I start making money. I'm like, I get it if you message this to somebody who's in the Facebook group too, who is not making money. Like, do it together, you know?
Yeah.
How can you expect a multiple 7-figure earner help you for free while I don't even know you, I've never heard of you, you don't even say, hey, how are you doing? All you say is, hey, can you mentor me for free? How does that even make sense? You don't even get a reply at that point. I mean, I used to reply to everybody who messaged me, but those kind of replies right now, as I get like 50 messages a day on Facebook, I'm just like, nah, never mind.
So that's a tip, guys. If you want to slide into the DMs, like, put some effort in there, do a bit of market research, you know.
Yeah, or like, you know which one is also funny? It's like, hey, I emailed you an hour ago. He DMs me on Instagram. Hey, I emailed you an hour ago. Then he sent me an email. Did you get my mail? Then he messaged me on Facebook. Hey, I sent you an email 2 hours ago. I'm like, bro, now I'm not going to reply. If you're going to spam me, now I'm not going to.
The spam. That's
that's harassment, bro. That's harassment.
But don't get me wrong. Like, there are a lot of people that are genuinely hustling, and there's a lot of respect for those guys.
I would get, like, if you email me and then 24 hours later, if you haven't got a reply and you say, hey, I'm sorry, but I wanted to follow up if you got this, and then I email you back, like, I got it, but you have to wait at least a week for me to reply because I'm busy right now, and I take time to email everybody back because I want to give you a good answer. They email me back, okay, I'll wait for your answer. Fixed.
Sorted.
But don't email me fucking 43 minutes after you send it. Like, I'm not your assistant. I made a comment today to somebody, and I said no disrespect in the forum. That guy said, what is the difference between volume and volume DSP? Google! Fucking type in, read what it's about, type in volume DSP, read what it's about.
It's crazy how people can't just Google shit. It's just crazy.
I told him, hey man, no disrespect, but I'm not your assistant.
Yeah, that's what you gotta say at that point.
Get into this form. I didn't owe you shit, bro. When somebody asked me, I gave him an answer, right? Because those are people paying a lot of money. Yeah. They watch the content. So he asked me, what is the difference between volume and volume DSP? He watched the videos. I can see he watched the videos. If then you ask me, because apparently I wasn't clear in my videos, right? Then I'll explain. No worries.
Yeah.
You're still a little retarded, but no worries. I will explain. But if you come out of the blue and be like, hey, I don't understand, Google. But that's the same thing I had to do. I was kind of the same in the beginning. I was like, and I get it though. How about if I don't understand it, I just ask, right? Yeah. And my mentor always said, if you don't understand, just ask, because if you don't ask, you don't get. Mm-hmm. But he always, when I asked him, like, hey, how do I do this? He just sent me back, google.com. But if I asked a good question, he would give a hella detailed answer.
Yeah.
But nine out of 10 times, I was like, hey, that's convenient. I just ask him every time. I can
You just start getting lazy.
I can spend 30 minutes on Googling it and understanding it, or I can ask him, and within 5 minutes, I know it. But then again, 5 minutes of my time, 30 minutes of my time at that point was maybe $10. And 5 minutes of his time was $5,000. So you got to understand that comparison where ask questions for sure, but always think before you ask something. Because if it's a no-brainer, it's very easy to piss somebody off if they don't have time, especially if it's like a free favor, right?
Yeah, and which 99% of the time is in most cases.
Yeah, but I would say don't keep this from you asking questions. Ask questions 100%. Just make sure it is formatted. So when somebody asks, what is the difference between volume and volume DSP? I'm like, but if somebody asks me is, hey, I Googled volume and it appears to be some form of tracking, then I Googled volume DSP and I learned you can buy traffic from it, but it also has kind of a tracking built inside. Why do I need both? And what is the difference? Because it appears to me that it's both tracking. That is a good question. It shows with research, it shows that which elements you don't understand. It's more of a complete question.
I think one of the main things here is like when you're running an affiliate market, when you're running a business in general, you need to kind of get out of the mindset that somebody else is going to build it for you. You can get gatekeepers who have access to the information that you need to kind of get your business off the ground, but nobody is going to sit down and build your business for you. All right. If they do that, then they're going to take the profits. Right. That's like a active investor who's like probably like a venture capitalist who put staff in your company and sort of shit. But that's not going to happen for you in your affiliate marketing business. So you need to get into the mentality that people have access to info. You can access that information, but nobody's building your business for you. Okay. If there's basic shit that you can do, then go Google it. But if there's things that are more complex, then provide a complex question. And that's it. It's really basic.
I'm just reading some comments. They're funny.
What's comments?
That quarantine beard, Richard.
Thank you. You wrote that. I'm going to give you a high five, man. I can't go to the barbers right now, so got to be real grizzly. I'm looking like one of the guys in Red Dead Redemption at the moment.
I don't know. I've only played with the main character. Anyway, are there any more questions from the fucking main feed?
Yeah, look.
As I can't see them.
What were you looking at just now?
No, I did the watch party, right? So on the watch party, they have like a separate comment spree.
Oh, okay.
And
there are some questions. Wait, hold up. Some of these questions. Okay, this is cool. There's some funny shit here. All right, one of the questions from Aprajit is how to deal with bad traffic on push networks.
Optimize questions quickly.
Yeah. So you need to understand the optimization process with your traffic source. We can't really do that right now on the call, but that's a good question. Focus on optimization.
Whitelists would be the main thing. Either build your own whitelists or get whitelists.
Yeah. And then we have Mark Berry for people running.
My boy.
What did you say?
I said my boy, Fat Berry.
Okay. He says, for people running Facebook, would you recommend the university or the mastermind? Good question.
Depends what you want to learn, though.
Yeah.
Mastermind only.
Yeah, if you want to learn Facebook and ClickBank, then the mastermind. If you want to learn just generally how to run Facebook, then the university.
Right? How many videos are there in the university about Facebook? Like 160 or something, right?
A ridiculous amount, man. A ridiculous amount. All right, we have another question from Aidan O'Brien. Is it possible to set up propeller ads and max bounty tracking without a third-party tracker? I followed a Dice University YouTube video, but still can't figure it out.
Yeah, you can do it with sub-IDs, if that's what you mean, and track through propeller ads, but I don't trust fucking traffic source tracking is probably always against you.
Yeah.
Especially like Max Bounty is around kind of the shaving crew, having Max Bounty and Propeller Ads, two of the little less trustworthy parties together. I'd rather put in fucking $60 for a tracker and put that shit in between there to make sure everything is validated correctly. However, you can do it with sub-IDs. So I have a video on my channel how to do Max Bounty sub-IDs. It's a lot of work though, a lot of work.
A lot of manual labor for sub-IDs, but if cash flow is a problem, then it's fine.
For sure. Yeah.
Then we have Hugh. Hugh says, thanks for taking the piss out of me. And then some emojis. I got some marketing experience. I do product launches, but no advertising like you do. So mastermind it is. Is that the one where you just cover ClickBank? Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so we have, Richard right now is changing up the Dice University a little bit, right? So the old masterminds will be in the Dice University, which is Facebook Sweepstakes, Instagram Sweepstakes, right? 2 masterminds, September 2019, December 2019. But that won't be available for, let's say, another 2 weeks, yeah? Because we're doing the whole setup again. So this Monday, so 2 days ago, we started the ClickBank Mastermind. 6 weeks of live training on Facebook with Richard and native with me. So every other day, you get a video. Yesterday, they got native. Today, they get Facebook. Tomorrow, again, they get native. And you can choose one of the tracks to follow. Low budget usually goes Facebook. Bigger budget usually goes native, but we have kind of a 50-50 split, right, on the students going Facebook native.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so some more questions.
Hang on 1 second. It does focus on ClickBank, but I spoke to a couple of students already, and the strategies we teach you can basically use for every network, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the skills are transferable. The main thing is the skills are transferable. So if you're worried about just running on ClickBank and you don't want to run on ClickBank, or you can't get into ClickBank, or for whatever reason, we still teach you how to run native or teach you how to run Facebook. And you can run it for just simple e-com offers, whatever you want to do. So it's not just ClickBank, but the primary network in the mastermind is ClickBank.
Keep things easy, everybody can work with ClickBank almost.
Yeah. So we got a question from Jay. Do you recommend running campaigns during this time, or should I wait till everything goes back to normal? You can answer that one.
I don't want to shout. You answer it.
Yeah, I'm like, don't wait.
I don't want to smash my screen right now.
Yeah. So the question is, do not wait. All right, because you're not a normal brick and mortar business. Like, you're not forced to stop running. So do your thing. All right. Yeah. Anything you want to add to that?
You can stop your business every time the economy slows down. You just have to find the opportunity.
Exactly. All right, then we got some more stuff from Mark Berry. I'm running lead gen on Facebook now. Want to learn more on this subject. $300 in and a few conversions. Okay, after $300, it'll be good to know what's happening there. What lead gen are you running?
What kind of lead gen? Yeah, that's the thing. Is it insurance? What kind of insurance?
Yeah. It's good to just put some more information on that one.
Because insurance, the lead gen with affiliate, the lead gen is easy. The only thing you have to watch out for is the steady EPC, I would say. So as soon as the EPC is steady, because most lead gen white hat, right? The angles are simple. You just have to find that working audience inside quite a big population. Usually the health insurance, life insurance is fixed 50 to 75, right? So the Facebook audience is already relatively cheap, but it's small. So if you make it too detailed, the CPM goes up too much, right? So you have to find that working audience. And the thing with the life insurance especially is the scrubbing of the leads. So as soon as a lead is deemed invalid, the fix will pipe before, but they decline the lead, so your EPC drops, which happens whenever they call the lead from the call center, which is in the time frame from 0 to 3 weeks. So to get that EPC stable, so you are able to scale, that's usually with insurance where the problem is. I'm no genius on insurance though, but when I started working with insurance, that was my main issue. It's not necessarily getting things to work. It will require a little bit of an investment, but the ROI is low with insurance. Yeah. It's white hat shit, ROI low.
We got another question from Approtit. You say to cut placements fast on push networks, but how fast is too fast? In other words, how much clicks is statistically significant for push traffic?
That's a good question. I would say we used to say 100 clicks, right? But I think I kind of changed my mind, because at the end of the day, it's all relative, right? It's relative to your budget in this sense. I mean, the bigger the volume, the more accurate the data. Basic rule of big numbers. However, you got to take into consideration your budget. If your budget $50, 100 placements, you're not going to spend $1 on every placement a day, right? Mm-hmm. You got to spend maximum of 50 cents. Then would you rather test half the placement first in order to get more budget to each source, or test 1/3 of the sources? And that's the way you have to do things. You have to find the optimized flow. So what you could do is you could spend 1 cent on the campaign just to see all the sources, right? You could test half the sources, which means you can dedicate your budget to that specific placement. But what I would do with push is just follow the 3-day rule. Go 3 times CPA per day for 3 days, especially if you're running sweepstakes, you won't spend that much, and then kill. Even if you want to kill faster, do 3 times CPA for 1 day. As push traffic is fucking unstable anyway. Does that make sense? Okay, let me rephrase it. 3-day rule, 3 times CPA, high budget 3 days, low budget 1 day. That's it.
I think that should make sense for him.
Facts.
I think that's it. If I missed out your question, apologies. But yeah, I think that's all the questions, man.
Oh wait, I see another question. Hey Colin, when is the new landing page tool going to be done? Very good question. Thank you, Mr. Oki, for asking that question. Well, you are invited to apply for a beta position to test our new landing page software. Basically, we have all the templates in the landing page tool. It's drag and drop. You can use all the different templates: sweepstakes, pin submit, credit card trials, Nutra, business opportunities, insurance, all kinds of different templates. You can just drag and drop them, change the elements, put in your link, export it to Amazon S3. If you spend more than $50 a day on traffic, you can come to the Facebook group where there's a post, and you can send me a message, and then I will ask you some more questions, and you can be invited as a beta user for the beta testing, which happens in 1.5 weeks from now. Then the official software is planned to go live in 3 to 4 weeks. End of promo.
Thanks for answering my question, man.
You're welcome.
Cool. I think we are going to be done here, man. Got a call coming up.
Yeah. Mastermind time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, good shit. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you guys next week with another crazy affiliate hustle podcast kind of YouTube video. Thank you. Bye.